80s. Like, there wasn't a lot of information
that
out
didn't
there.
come to my neighborhood.
Yeah, so
we went straight to methamphetamine.
Oh, you did?
Well, I didn't, but...
You went to... Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe
I figure... I tried weed for the first time when I was like almost 40. So I figured...
What did you think of it?
I'll try... I remember saying, I get it. When I finally got high, I was like, oh, I get it.
But it's not something you partake in.
I think the way that I'm wired, booze is... I should probably smoke weed because I'm probably too wound up, but I relate to booze, like how it makes you feel. And also I feel like there's a trajectory to it that I understand. Like, I had one beer, here I am. Okay, now I've had two in this amount of time, and now we go up to the second floor. Where that shit, it's just like you do it and like nothing happens until it does. And then it's just like someone dropped a fucking piano on your head, depending on the potency of it.
Yes.
And then you start falling, and it's just like, how deep is this fucking hole? Where with drinking, you can kind of be like, oh, okay, hey.
I've seen people go into the hole on the drinking, too.
You can do that. You can listen. I'm not trying to get in the way of anybody's fun here. I'm just saying the way I'm wired, where I with drinking, I can see the staircase down to the basement.
Yes.
Where with like psychedelics, I feel like I can maybe see. I would think anyway. Like, well, I've never done psychedelics. I guess was some fucking weed though. I've ate weed a couple times.
No, and never eat weed. That's the worst. I mean, I saw the last time I ate weed, I saw the light. I saw the light the whole bit, and I literally said, "Don't go into the light. You have kids." It was when my kids were little, and
how many milligrams was it?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't even want it. We were in a van touring the East Coast with one of my little bands, and a couple of the guys. Somebody had given us some
Colonel
brownies.
Claypool's bucket of Bernie brains.
It was the Frog Brigade, and Jayski, who's just a human bong, was eating all these brownies. Him and a couple of the other guys, and I was just hungry. We were driving to the hotel late at night, and I was like, "All right." He's like, "Man, these things are hella weak." And I was like, "All right, let me have one. I'm just going to eat it because I'm hungry." And by the time we got to the hotel, I could barely move, and it was intense.
Yeah, the first time I ever ate weed was like that. My girlfriend at the time brought over a tray of brownies that a roommate had made, and they were probably about the size of like a bathroom tile, big square things, right? So she eats half of one. I go, "Well, how much should I eat?" She goes, "Well, you're bigger than me. You should eat a whole one." So I ate a whole one. And then we're sitting there, and looking back, I was getting high, but it was coming on slow. So I didn't feel like I felt anything. She goes, and we were going out. She goes, "Well, you're bigger. Why don't you have another one?"
Yes.
So I ate another one.
The slippery slope.
I still didn't feel anything. And then as we walked out the door, I ate her other half. So I had 2.5, then got in a car and went to Newark Airport because we were going to Costa Rica. And it hit me right at the fucking airport. And it was one of the... At first, it was hilarious, and then the paranoia came in. And by the time I got onto the plane, I just wanted to stand up and admit everything and just fucking get it over with. But probably for like a 12-hour period, it seemed, I felt like, when your foot falls asleep really bad? I felt like there was a ball of that sitting on my head. And I remember thinking, oh, people say I got baked, I got fried. And I was thinking, I'm literally frying my brain right now. And I didn't enjoy it. For like 2 days, I was like weed hungover.
Yeah.
And that was the end of that.
No, it's actually making me nauseous just hearing the story, because I know that feeling.
Yeah.
That's why I don't eat weed.
I just remember there was
I was a big pot smoker for many, many years, but
I just don't like smoke. I don't like putting smoke into my lungs.
Different ball game. Well, you're a wise man.
Yeah, I'm kind of, but then I smoke cigars every 10 days or so. One.
Every 10 days.
I tried to, every week and a half. I have one. I don't know, Red Auerbach lived for a long time. He used to smoke them every time they won a game. He won a lot of games. He lived a lot of years.